So here's your beach. This is at high tide, and it drops off beautifully for boat access, so you can get your tourists in and all that kind of stuff. And your boat, you can have it parked straight out the front, and the snorkeling just out there is absolutely beautiful. And then it goes down Lapita Beach. Okay. Now the other cool thing about this block here is, I'll swing round, and you see where Nisha's standing. So from where I'm standing on the edge of the beach, all the way up to Nisha, you can pull the grass back there, and you'll have white sand beach, which I don't know, that goes back about 6-7 meters. So that's a nice big beach for you. For me, I think this is one of the best things about this block is these trees. As you can see, your view underneath, and even today being a dull day, you can just get an idea of the beauty. So on one side, you have your little nakamala, that's they call that's a Kava bar, somewhere around here. Put your house down the other side there. And again, all your neighbours are saltwater, the beach, my guest house there with Shawnee. And as mentioned, the plantation up behind there, so you have absolute privacy. It's a little bit messy at the moment on the ground because the copper cutters haven't been through this year, but they'll clean that up and it'll look like a postcard again. But with all of it, this is paradise, mate. This is about as good as it gets. We can give you a bush block, but the problem with bush blocks is, see these big trees here? They're the only ones that we could keep when we cleared this because they're the only ones that would stand up to storms. So you've got to cut down 90% of the trees anyway, or else in a cyclone they blow down and you get zero insurance and you lose your bloody house. Okay, so I'm standing at the back of lot 1 and 2 right now. As you can see, it goes all the way down the salt water there through the trees. Now those trees will stand up in a storm. The only neighbours you have next to you there is the rent house that belongs to Sean and I. And then behind here, you come around and it's all plantation. The other nearest one up there is the staff quarters. They're very quiet, and the rent house too. Once you stay there over the next couple of weeks, you'll see exactly how quiet it is. It's not a party house, but remember your plan has changed. You are going to have a little Kava bar. So this land is zoned commercial tourism, and you have what? With the 2 blocks, you'd have 80 meters of waterfront. I mean, it's from coconut trees there all the way across to there. So on one side, you could have your little beach bar for your Kava and all that kind of stuff, and you have your privacy. Now, we can show you how to plant, and this is where my expertise comes in. You with the Kava, me with the planting of plant flowers and things, is you can have hedges of hibiscus which grow very quickly, and you can plant it out with trees and palms so that you do have your privacy away from your tourism area too, which I know you want. Hi, this is where I think the Kava should start. So right behind me, you've got the hydroponics. In front of you, you've got lightly wooded. It has been used for grazing, so the soil is going to need to be turned. All the roots and everything removed, so we are going to have to get a machine in to dig it up and get it ready. But you are in root crops, you understand a lot more about that than I do, okay? So preparing the soil will be your thing, Patrick, not mine. Okay, so just so you know, here, the main water source is in the hydroponics just here. So we've got water for drip irrigation to come through, and all through this area here. I'll go across the other side and get it for another angle for you, and I'll also put a map at the end of the video so you can see it. So as you can see here, we've got the road. That's a private road entry to the farm, which we can divide the different Kava paddocks off up into. You can see around, you see my cattle. But all these roots and everything have to go, as I said. But in here, this wooded area, the soil should be great, especially, as I mentioned, if we use a drip irrigation. And again, back around to the hydroponics just there. As mentioned before, you've got the road going into the plantation. As you swing around, you've got the blocks here. I'm just doing this so you can see how heavily it's wooded, so you get an idea of what you have to do. Okay, then we swing around here, we've got the public road. And then this would be stage 2 over the other side here. It's a little bit more heavily wooded than the other side, which will make it better for growing Kava, but very accessible. And we come down towards the salt water, which is in the background there. Well, you can't see it, but it's there. Just another look at stage 2 from another angle. It's relatively cleared, but at the same time, it needs to be leveled off. And yeah, I keep going back to remove all those roots. Those roots are big. But an excavator or a bulldozer with a ripper will do that quite easily. And then just level it all off. But again, Patrick, you're the one that knows about how to grow root crops. I've just got an idea what I think it'll work. So we'll use your expertise on this.